Oh, it looks so good though. Done. This is Miss Lay Page's presentation, which was the called for that.
Determination.
Yeah.
But they're.
What did I say?
I'm not sure, but it wasn't right.
Hi, welcome back to Cross Stitch the Globe. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Allison.
This is the channel about cross stitch, and today is a floss tube. It's Flosstube 34, which it feels like a Flosstube 100 and also a Flosstube. That's how I feel about it. We have 3 kinds of videos on our channel. Flosstube is where we talk about all our personal stitching. We also just recorded this week's Flosstube University, which are short explainers and tutorials for beginner stitchers. The one that's going to come out on Thursday is pre-gridded versus gridding your own fabric. Mm-hmm. And I think if you're a longtime viewer, you know exactly where Allison stands. But she has so much experience using both.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you've if you were curious about that topic, worth hearing her dissertation. And next week is going to be a Flosstube Extra. Those come out in between our Flosstubes. And it's going to be an update on our most expensive patterns video. Yay. Looking at the 2024 data. I'm very excited. Also, I'm processing, oh yeah, I have 10 hours worth of research to do this week that I need to figure out how to do. So that will be fun. But I can't wait. I love that video.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, we like to start out by thanking people who mentioned or promoted our channel on their channels. It means a lot to us to have a community, and they're also usually channels that we watch all the time or very new channels that are fun to check out. So we put out our 2025 cross stitch trends prediction video, which was super fun. And Karen from KB Stitches recommended that video, and then Cameron from Cam the Stitcher put out her own. So she recommended our video, and then she also put out her own. And so definitely go check that video out. I will link it in the description. Her trend predictions were super fun. And I have such confirmation bias with our trend predictions and with hers that I'm seeing them everywhere. I don't know as a percentage if it really is different, but I'm like, oh, snake pattern. But definitely go check her video out. It was super fun. Andy the Crow Stitcher, I don't think this counted as a recommendation of our channel, but I thought it was fun to mention that they talked about my murder wall. So my murder wall is a wall that I have in my office, and right now it has 3. But and I have 3 whips that are going to go up there when they're done this year. And the theme is murder, but in a fun,
you wouldn't know it was murder unless you were oh, there's murder in there.
So it's prettier stuff, or taking a pattern and making it more delicate, or taking a cute pattern and make it more murdery. But when you look at it, you wouldn't know it's a murder wall. You would just think those are pretty cross stitches. You have to look at it. Mm-hmm. So they mentioned that they are doing a murder wall, and that they've been doing this in process for a long time, but because they do so much more full coverage, their stuff isn't done. Yeah. But their murder wall is because they're a crow stitcher. It's a murder of crows wall.
Oh, that's so cute.
Which I thought was super cool.
That is so cute. Okay.
And they're also stitching within a dream for that.
Cool.
Crows and ravens. But I thought that was cool.
That's cool.
Rose from Untwist Your Stitches
hi, Rose.
Commented shouted out our whip parade, and also just that we put out so many videos. And she said, I put out one a month. I don't know how they put out so many. It's well, she's my sister, and this is a really easy way to make her hang out with me. And also my mom and my soon-to-be ex-husband are way more supportive of this, because it's got a weekly schedule, so the childcare situation is easier to take care of, because our mom loves when her kids hang out, and my legally we're separated anyway. He knows this is the only
that guy,
and that guy knows that this is the only time that this can happen.
Yeah.
So it's easier to schedule in. So that's benefits I know a lot of people just don't have, is that when one other person is depending on you. And also you have to arrange childcare, then it's it's either Sundays or it's never. So but also the sister thing makes it a lot easier too.
Yeah.
And then a couple people recommended, 3 channels recommended our channel in general. Brandy and Emma from B&E Stitchery said the nice. So I watch their channel. They're mother-daughter. I watch their channel. I love their channel. And they are part of that New England crowd of stitchers. They're in Maine, and they go to all the cool New England retreats. And it's just you just want to go up and be snowed in with all of them. And we're in Oklahoma. Yeah. We got cool Oklahoma stitchers too. We have our own crew, but I never get to leave my house, so I don't really, unless it's here. So I don't really get to hang out with them. But I feel emotionally connected to the Oklahoma crew. But anyway, they're up in Maine. And they're part of that like cool New England group. And I love them because I have a daughter and I can't wait to force her to do cross stitch with me. And they said the nicest things about our channel. Brandy said that she's more like me, like squirrely, lots of projects, and Emma says she's more like you. And they did shout out specifically our like how to cut linen and even weave straight video, which was so nice to know that even for experienced stitchers, some of people found that helpful because that was a terrifying video to make, but it was fun once it was out. Yeah. But anyway, I love their channel. Definitely go check them out. And it was like I was really excited that they watch us. Court Designs put out their first floss tube, and she listed us and Laura from Stitching by the Shore and some other channels that not encouraged her, but that she was inspired by too, because I hadn't talked to her. It wasn't like I was like, you should go start one. Like I didn't do anything. She just on her own made one, but said that we were one of the channels that inspired her to join Flosstube, which is always wonderful to hear. Awesome. And then Rose Crafty Corner said they've been watching our channel as they work on the Princess Birthday Sal. Oh. And then Jessica, who's a designer from JedXStitch, who I will show later in haul, mentioned that she wants to do a master set and that she was inspired by our plans video when we like in the middle of it just randomly both decided we're doing master sets this year. And she mentioned a lot of really good reasons as a designer that even though she has the DMC card, having the master set would be so much better. And since I design, but like very different than the kind of design she does. But now that I'm branching out more into like different kinds of patterns, I was like, oh yeah, it would actually be like quite helpful to have. Even though I already was planning on doing it as a stitcher, but like as a designer, it really would be very helpful to have. Yeah. So those were all. So thank you to everyone who mentioned and promoted our channel. All those channels are wonderful. I will link all of them below and definitely go check them out. And especially Court Designs, brand new. Go give. You know, sometimes it's hard. That first video, you're just like, is anyone gonna go watch us? So go check her out. And all right. Then I want to congratulate some people who are celebrating some milestones in the community. So the New England Stitcher, also part of that cool New England crew, celebrated her first Flosstube anniversary. JedXStitch celebrated 6 years on Flosstube. Awesome. Rose Crafty Corner, who I just mentioned, celebrated 1 year on Flosstube. And the Spanish Stitcher celebrated 1 year as a designer of published designs. And I have a whip from them, and their work is wonderful. And I have a lot more in my like 1 day list from them. I have to finish this 40 count sampler that I decided to do on 40 count. I wanted to be someone who could see things. But anyway, so congratulations. I don't think the Spanish Stitcher is celebrating like has an anniversary on Flosstube, but they do have videos. I think the anniversary is specifically their store. That's awesome. And I do think there's a sale around it. So if you're like, oh, I love the Spanish Stitcher, check their Etsy out like in real time. Okay, birthdays. Julian Stitches is having a birthday. Marion from the Soul Stitchers, happy birthday. And Marumi Crafts, Miriam is having a birthday. So happy birthday to everyone. Guys. All those other, I think they're all Capricorns because I think all of these birthdays are happening before.
Well, I don't know when the cutoff is.
Yeah.
21st?
Yeah, I think these are all Capricorns. And you're a Capricorn. And both my children are Capricorns. My daughter.
I like how you said that face.
My daughter. Okay. I'm a Cancer sun. I don't believe in astrology, except it all happens to also always be right. But I also don't believe in it at all. It's very complicated. I'm a Cancer sun, Pisces moon, 2 water signs. I cry daily, and I think it's a good thing. Capricorns don't always see that face. That is,
but she doesn't believe it.
But,
so we're good.
I don't believe in it. But my daughter is a triple Capricorn, and I'm in so much trouble. She's gonna walk around. She's gonna be like, "Oh, you're gonna cry." I'm gonna be like, "Yes, I'm gonna cry." My daughter and I.
I already do that.
I know. I grew up. I was like, I fear you all because I grew up with you all. All right. Time to get into stitching. Ooh, we did this pretty fast compared to what we normally do. I bet the time, but I bet this is a faster one for us. Maybe. All right. Did you have any finished FFOs? Did you have any FFOs?
I have no FFOs.
I have no FFOs. And I owe you guys an FFO. I was supposed to FFO my son's solar system. His birthday's on Tuesday. I should have FO'd it for the party yesterday, but the presents that guy bought for him haven't come in yet, and I use that as an excuse to be like, we need to stretch these presents out because January and December birthdays right by Christmas. I don't know how you did it growing up. It's too much stuff. Like all at once is too much. And I have 2 kids that just got 2, like all their presents for the year.
I'm a minimalist.
Yeah. She's like,
I'm starting to make connections here.
So
too much crap.
I was like, well, that's a good excuse. Not excuse, but I was like, I was already going to save one present to his birthday on Tuesday. I was like, let's save all of our presents from us till Tuesday, and he can just enjoy his family presents at this party yesterday. So I haven't framed again. I'm going to frame.
I won the present game. Yeah, I won.
Whoopee cushion.
I love whoopee cushion.
He's
5.
And he didn't understand scientifically like why I didn't work on the couch, but he worked in the wooden chairs. It was so funny.
Yeah, it's cute.
So I'm gonna frame his solar system tomorrow. So if I have it done by the time I'm editing this video, I will put a picture of it here and it will count. And if I didn't, I will put a picture in next week.
I don't think it should count anyway. That seems really not fair.
Okay, fine. I'll show it next week. I'll show it next week. Okay. I have no. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any finishes?
I do not.
I do. Have any finishes? I already posted this on Instagram. I couldn't wait.
I already knocked my thing. I'm sorry.
Oh. We're new with the microphones. Yeah. I know we bounce them sometimes. Sorry. I try to edit it out, but we're also like, I'm always like nervous they're dead because there's no way to tell. Like I can see hers, but can you see my light?
Nope. No, it's on.
It's on. Okay.
It's the other way.
We're always nervous. Okay. So I posted this on Instagram because I couldn't wait, but I finished Stitch for Pride.
Yay.
So since the last Flosstube, I stitched 2,566 stitches. I finished. I don't remember where I was in the last one. I know I did all of January, and I think I did all of December and part of this one, but I'm not sure. You guys, I don't know if you'll know, but I stitched this on 28 count sugar cream pie by Stitch Me. I am behind on the learning, so I'm doing the Stitch for Pride 2025, and part of my homework for that is going to be to stay up on the learnings as I'm stitching it, and also to go back and do some of these learnings because I probably done about half of them. So this is based on Keith Haring. This is based on Robert, Indiana. I actually lived in Philadelphia for 10 years, so I've been to Love Park many times and seen the original statue. But I didn't watch any of the learnings yet about his life and work.
Free call.
Well, yeah. No, there's a lot of them that I'd work, but I still want to go back and do it more. But I didn't want to be behind on the stitching anymore because Stitch for Pride 2025, as soon as it's out, I don't have the flosses. As soon as the flosses get here. Also, I don't think I'm going to have a hard time keeping up with the learnings on that because Elagabalus is January, and I love Elagabalus, and I'm a history travel person. I'm a history nerd. I listen to books about the Byzantine Empire for fun. So I'm very excited about Elagabalus is a Byzantine empire. He's a Roman emperor. But what I'm saying is I think that will be stuff I'm it's easier for me to do in the car and stuff, as opposed to this where I have to get the playlist and put in anyway. So I'm behind the learnings. I don't love that about myself, but I will get them done. I'm glad I'm done with the stitching. I can't wait to put this up. And because that guy doesn't live in my house anymore, I can put this up and in my living room.
I did notice the needle point on your wall.
Yeah, there's a full antique needle point on my wall.
It looks great.
Well, this is just it would be hard to, anyway. I can put this anywhere I want. Yeah. No, I still have to worry about my children because you saw what my son did to Charlie when you were.
Well, I didn't go look, but you told me.
I should bring that next time. We should make a whole extra about warning people.
Warning.
But I just love it. This is a mix of Stitchy box.
It's really pretty.
The Stitch Me and Mo Sale Silk. I don't think it makes sense to tell you what each of them are. Some of them are one-offs and stuff, but if you have any questions. The only one anybody said anything about particular was this, and I actually mixed 2 Mo Sale Silk because I didn't have anything that looked kind of close-ish to the original. And so this is 2 silks. I did 1 strand of the pink, 1 strand of them blended, 1 strand of the orange. Well, 2 strands, but a pass of pink, a pass of a blend, a pass of orange, and just kind of did it like that to
looks
make it
great. Yeah.
But everything else is 1. So I love it so much.
Very pretty.
This is not the biggest finish I've finished, but this is the biggest thing I finished that wasn't something I designed. Because like the models and stuff are. And so this, these are the two pink and that I blended. So this was living in this 805 stitcher bag. It's going to stay in here until it gets framed. I'm going to try to frame myself. I have a frame, but I need to fix a dent in the frame. It was so cheap. It was only $6 because it was dented. And it's like, I think I can put like putty in it or spackle. I don't know. It's a more complicated framing. I am still going to try to get it done, but if it needs a lot of expensive supplies to fix it, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I can do it myself. We'll see. If I can't, then I can't afford to frame it for a little while. So I'm going to really try to get it under my schedule, but it's not going to be. Yeah. I want it right. Like this is a statement.
How big is it?
The frame I have is only like a half or 1 inch border around it. It's like a standard size for a diploma. Because I did it on 28 count, so that is big. Like Allison will show you hers in whips, but hers is much smaller than mine, and it's just 1 count up.
Yeah.
Right, or down.
That's a 16.
Yeah, so hers is on 16, so the equivalent of 32, and it's a lot smaller. So would have fit in more normal frames if I did that. But I just went through my fabric stash and picked the fabric that I thought looked the closest, and I just picked the flosses from stash that I thought looked the closest. Mm-hmm. So I'm very happy.
I'm happy too. It looks great.
All right. Did you have any new starts?
I have no new starts.
You do have new starts. You started Snow White.
Y'all have seen Snow White.
Okay, we brought the whips that we did in the Princess Cinderella parade because we showed that, but we did say like these are starts, but we have not showed this in a Flosstube, so it is technically a new start.
It's technically not a new start. It was a new start last week when I showed it.
Okay, it was a new start in the parade, but no, it's a new start for Floss. Making its Flosstube debut.
Fine, Flosstube debut.
Have you worked on it since the parade?
A little bit. I filled in the deer, but not very much.
So this is Snow White by this is a Disney Dreams kit that is based on artwork by Thomas Kinkade. Mm-hmm. These are out of print, and
I won this one from the Floss and Cousins. They had a giveaway.
And these little ones are expensive, but they're not like crazy expensive. They're not like our most expensive kits have some of these that like go for more than I paid to see Hamilton on Broadway in 2017. This is not that, but it's the same company. But it's still out of print, and they're still not like an $8 pattern.
Yeah. So that's what it is. Yeah. I have no idea how far I am. I don't know. I know this box is 1/4, but then I went ahead and finished her and the deer.
Probably like 35, 40.
I don't know. No idea. Pretty though.
It's really pretty.
It's gonna be fun. When it's done. I was on track because I was doing it really well. Like I did all of this in 1 week and then stopped. But then last week I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling any of it.
That or no stitching?
No stitching. Yeah.
I had a hard stitching week too. I have stitched like there were a couple nights where I stitched 1 strand. Because I stitched every day of last year. I try to stitch every day, but on a really hard day that might mean 1 strand. Like on a good day, that's a lot more. It's a lot more, but like I still try to pick it up because I know myself, and if I don't pick it up for too long, it will be like out of sight, out of mind. So I do try to pick it up every day, but I had days where I only got 26 stitches.
Yeah, I have many days where I did nothing at all. Nothing at all.
All right. That was your only start?
That was my only start, yes.
Okay. I have a lot of starts. I only have 1 whip, and Allison thinks it's a start. But it's a whip. All right, so this is my first start. This is the Briar by Sprouting Lupine. And it got okay. Before I get to this, actually, I started my model for the Cupid Collective. So I posted on Instagram the announcement for the Cupid Collective. It is 7 designers. We are each created 1 new pattern that are Valentine's Day themed, but not like within the theme of Valentine's Day. It could be anything. It's there's mushy and not mushy, and I don't think actually that many. I don't know if any of them are mushy, but there's a lot that are not mushy. Mm-hmm. The collection is going to be really cool. And now that I told you guys I was doing a model for a charity pattern, but now that it's like officially announced, I can tell you the details. So it's going to come out February 1st.
Yay.
And all the designs in it are exclusive to the collection for a certain period of time. And then after that, they will get released. But I can tell you that my pattern, when it's released, will cost more than the whole book. So it's, if you like my pattern or the book in general, the way it's going to work is you do it. There's a few charities that have been selected. You give a donation to the charity. You let, I don't know the exact mechanism, but of how you tell and who you tell. But then you show proof that you submitted to charity, and then you get the whole pattern bundle. So it's going to be a good deal. The stuff is cool. The other designers are like legit designers where I have total, not imposter syndrome, because imposter syndrome implies that you aren't an imposter but feel like you are, and I am an imposter.
You were not an imposter.
But let me pull up the list of the designers. So I've been working on this model, and I basically have to work on it until it is done, because I have to take pictures and send them pictures in and the whole pattern and stuff so it can be included in the booklet. So the other designers in the collective are Michelle from Bendy Stitchy, Soft Girl Stitches, Donna from Stitch X Love, who is the person who is organizing the whole thing. And I do not know what I did, like what good deed I did that put me on Donna's like list of people that she likes, because she is so cool. She's so fun. She has the best stuff. She's a designer. She thrifts. Sometimes she sends us patterns to give away. She has gifted us patterns. Like, I don't know what I did. But I can never repay her. Stitch Tits, these 20 stitches, me, and Sprouting Lupine. So of those 7 designers, I have 2 projects here that I paid for the pattern from those designers. That's crazy to me that I'm in that group. So I'm working very hard on my model. So far I did 1,100 stitches. I have about 1,800 stitches left, and so I have a couple plans started. So in plans, I'll talk about like how that's going to go. But that is my number 1 priority. And until that model is done, I'm not really like stressing my 2025 plans. I will start stressing them and updating you guys on them after this model is done. Okay, so that was my first start. My second start was for your birthday, Sal. So this is the Briar Sprouting Lupine. And I saw the pattern that they're doing for the book. Okay, so this is the Briar. I just started in the middle, and I because it was this brown flower right in the middle, I was like, well, let me just, or leaves. I was like, let me just do this whole, because that's 566 stitches. So I got to the end of my 500 stitch goal, and then I saw that I only had like 60 stitches left for this color. I was like, okay, well, let me just finish this color.
Nice.
And I love it. It's on Willow. I think this is 28 count Willow by Stitch Me. I really like this fabric. And I'm just using the Call for DMC. The model was stitched in Fancy Floss, but it's stitched in Forbidden Fiber Co. Fancy Floss, so it wasn't anything I could just go kit up. And so I just used the DMC conversion. And I love it. Now I am putting it away for a while because I hit my Princess Birthday Sal goal, but I'm going to get this out again later this year. And it lives in this. So, okay, so I bought a thing of 4, what I think are cute cosmetics bags. But I did say in our last video that I probably in the future would, if I wanted more project bags but didn't want to commit to buying bigger ones, that I should just thrift like $1 or $2 cosmetic bags. They have cute ones, and some of the thrift stores I think Goodwill prices them. Like sometimes they're more than this because they put them with wallets. But like the Hope Center puts them as $1 each. So that's where I need to go when I need project bags. If I'm just like, give me something temporary while I wait. But I will go ahead and list these in our Amazon store and list them separately because these were inexpensive. And if you are just looking for something small, they're not like the best quality, but they're like, I like them. I took the hoops out of them because I'm not working on these again for a while. But I was stitching them with like a 5-inch hoop, a 5-inch princess hoop, which fit in here. You just have to, if you're going to put your hoop in it, you just need to have smaller ones. It's the only thing. All right. This is Black Roses by OwlForest Embroidery. This is my stopping point for now. I got 502 stitches in. I had more, and then I realized I made a mistake and had to frog like the last 50 stitches that I did, and then I was like, I'm putting you down for a while. I was getting caught up on 90 Day Fiancé Last Resort, and I was too into the drama. I had to stop. So I'm stitching this with the called for OwlForest overdye floss. I didn't buy it for this chart. I bought it. They accidentally sent it to me with an order. But it looks like this. So it's called Black Roses, but this actually is converted to DMC in the chart as like the darkest gray, not black. It's not 310. Yeah, it's that one.
$37.99.
And this is 36 count Morning Dove by Lakeside Linen, which is the smallest count you can do if you still want it to fit on a fat quarter. And I don't do 40. I really have no, like, I'm doing it 1/2. I have no problem seeing 36 count. It's crazy how different it is. And I like 32. I like 2/2 and 1/2 on 36 count. I just did 1/2 to save the floss since it's overdyed. But yeah, since the Cinderella parade, I put in another like 300 stitches. So I hit my goal. And Laura from Stitching by the Shore and Mary from Mary's Stitching Corner are both stitching this. We started ours on January 1st. And then you have been off social media and Flosstube, so you haven't seen this. But Andrew, the runner stitcher, started it now. What he's doing with it should be illegal.
What?
People have, one person messaged me and said, did you see this? And didn't even tell me so that I would go watch the video. My jaw was on the floor. I just texted her, I think like WTF, but like I wrote it all out like, that's a crime. I'll link to his video. Go check it out.
What is it?
I'll tell you, but I won't tell them.
Okay. What? That's crazy.
Go check him out. I'll link to him below.
That's insane.
So, and also this is totally my confirmation bias of like my black sampler trend, because it's like, well, if everyone's stitching Black Roses, then
that's funny.
All right. I have one more start because I kitted this up last February at the Silver Needle. This is Snowflakes in Blue by KEB Studio Creations. So this is my snow day stitch. So it's not going, I'm not like, it has no goals. I'm not gonna stress out. I just, if there's snowflakes falling that day, I'll get it out. I probably won't get it out like if I see snow.
Yeah.
But just like the days that it actually did snow, I got it out. And it's a really great snow day stitch for me because if my kids are home from school, what I learned on Friday is if my kids are home from school being crazy, I can just do the fill-in part of it and still get the stitches done.
Nice.
Even if I don't get to like leisurely drink cocoa and stitch. And I converted the called for flosses at the Silver Needle into overdyes. So the call for overdyes, but I converted it into Gentle Arts and Classic Colorworks. Now, if you do it on 14 or 28 count, you need 7 skeins. So even though it's only 3 colors, it's not that small. I did a center left start, and this is the size of one of the squares. So like, it's not that small. And it's full coverage. So the reason I just, this would be for our gridded, when I said there might be times you use fancy floss on full coverage and then you didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
This is a full coverage pattern that is called for fancy floss.
Then why did you put it on opalescent?
Oh, I will get to that.
Okay.
So I accidentally did my very first full coverage on opalescent. And every once in a while it sparkles just a tiny bit, like in the light, but it's not like opalescent in your face. And because this is my snow day stitch and this is snowflakes, I thought that effect might be quite nice.
Okay.
And so when I was looking through my fabric to decide what to do it on, I was like, oh yeah, it won't be like crazy opalescent, but, and also I might frame it slightly outside the border and the opalescent might be more fun than plain white.
Okay.
But I didn't want to do another color.
Wow.
So the opalescent will show through like a tiny bit every once in a while, because this piece is going to be out, you know, in like January, February, probably out in December too, but it's going to be, it's just, you know, the sparkle snow, but without being like glitter. Like, so I really like this pattern. I've had it in stash waiting for it to snow, and then it just like didn't snow again after February. And then yeah, we didn't get anything like what everyone else got. Texas and Kansas got it way worse than us. We were very lucky. But my kids work. I did have to pick my son up early on Thursday, and he was out of school on Friday. We had his birthday party on Saturday. My kid gets called out of school Friday, and I had to pick him up half day early on Thursday. When was I supposed to do all my cleaning? So our other sister, so sweet, and she was coming into town anyway for his party and also for a funeral of a school friend's parent, and she came over and helped my son clean his room and also cleaned our bathroom so that I could like do the kitchen and the living room, because like if you have little kids, you just know like how do you do a deep clean when they're like running around making it worse behind you? Like there were times when she was like washing a mirror and then my kids would like put their nose up to it like as she was washing it. It was anyway, so massive thank you to her, but I would not have survived the snow day. And it lives okay, so this project lives in this cute little ragtag quilt art. I think this is a winter bag. It's like pine cones.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Those are my stories.
Yay. I didn't have any starts. Yes I did, I guess. I don't know. I don't count that. Anyway, the next thing I worked on, you also saw in the last one we did. I worked a little tiny bit on
but still, this is the
Cinderella.
first time you picked it up in a long time.
Mm-hmm. This is Cinderella Wishes Upon a Dream, the Thomas Kinkade Disney collection.
And we have a video of Allison unboxing it if you want to check that out.
Mm.
We were such baby Flosstubers back then. Mm-hmm. I'll link to it in the description. Mm-hmm.
This is the
you made a lot of progress. Like all over here, right?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I mean, not like you didn't finish it, but like that was serious progress.
Okay. So I'm using the DMC. I'm not using anything from the kit. It's gridded fabric and DMC floss. And this is the first time I picked it up since like February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes just picking it up, even if all you do is a tiny bit and then you put it away again, it's just like good.
Yeah. Well, it's 18 count, and I was getting frustrated at how slowly it was going.
That's what I wonder though, is that Snow White, you put it on 16 count, but the kit was
16.
The kit was 16, but this kit is 18? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I didn't get very far. I only did a color. And I didn't change how I was doing it. I'm just kind of whatever. I just put my hoop on, and then whenever I'm done with the hoops, then I'll move it.
Yeah.
Go like that. I'm not color completing or anything like that. We'll see. We'll see how far it gets.
All right, Allison.
Okay. The next one I worked on is my Stitch for Pride 2024. And the only thing, the store that I was going back to get the rest of the floss for closed. It closed.
Not New Year's Eve, but like my other sister and I were driving and I passed. I was like, is that closed? And like, they didn't understand. I was trying to explain to our other sister and her boyfriend. They're like, yeah, your fabrics are closed. I was like, no. She doesn't know what the number is. She has to take. But I think I sent you the number, right? Yeah.
So
there's another place.
Figure it out.
Which other one did you run out of?
It was this one, but I ended up having just enough.
Oh, cool.
So this is the only color in this thing.
So you're not gonna do that for this?
No.
These.
No. I'm gonna have to figure out something else.
But you can just order that. The color I found is the right one for this. But this guy is probably going to take...
Do you know how angry it makes me that I have to order one thing of floss?
Well, I think there's another quilt store that carries them here. We got to find it.
Okay.
Yeah, she has one Cosmo floss.
One thing of floss. I might end up just making something else up. And this part over here is just blue because...
How much do you have left? It can't be that much.
No, it's not that much.
Like
that's
200?
why I'm not paying like $4 in shipping to get one floss.
I bet you could match the DMC, and if you just did it in this order and just did like half,
maybe.
I bet you could find DMCs that look close enough. You would just need to like cut them shorter and do them in the right order. But there's got to be DMCs that are close enough that you wouldn't notice. Or you could do it all in one color.
I don't know. Maybe I'll come back when I'm less peeved.
So you only have October and November to do
this one.
December.
That's fun.
This guy's fun.
Yeah.
This one was fun too, actually.
This one, I just found a random pink and orange, and I'm just blended them. It's going to be
a
blended.
You're like, I'm not running out.
I'm not running out. I swear to God.
You should just do this guy in 310 and 3799, like so that it's tiny but variegated.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah,
or just 3799 in one of the gray or something. It looks so good though. Done. This is Miss Lady Page's presentation, which was the called for that.
Yeah, it's determination.
Determination.
Yeah. But they're.
What did I say?
I'm not sure, but it wasn't right. It's wrong. It's okay. Yeah. And that is all I worked on for a solid week. That's
it. Well, for 2 weeks.
Well, this is all I worked on.
It was basically 1 week.
This was 1 week, and then the other 2 were the other 2. Okay. The other week.
Well, so I think everyone needs a break every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even though you were like, I wasn't feeling stitching, you're still here. Reporting back to us.
I am still here.
People love to see you. People get upset when you're not here. They're like, I can't deal with this girl by herself. Where is the check on her power?
Like you listen to me anyway. Whatever.
All right. Plans. What are your plans for the next week? Are you gonna stitch anything? She's wearing, I don't know. Wait. Her scrunchie is teeth, and this is because of our mother.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know whether you got this working.
I have several. I'll give you one.
I don't need a tooth scrunchie.
No, Mom got them because she went to convention, and some girl was handing them out with her cards. She was selling the dental equipment.
I know scrunchies are back, but they're not back for me.
They could be.
They're not. I just don't feel like they hold my hair, and I don't like to put rubber bands in and then put them over it.
That's right.
No, do you see how much hair Allison has? Whoosh! I haven't worn a scrunchie. Oh my gosh. Okay, not flash yours. I haven't worn a scrunchie since okay. I know scrunchies are back. I know they are. I also know that one episode of Sex and the City where it's never gonna leave my brain. Oh, is that cute though?
Yeah, it is.
But is it cute?
It's back.
Okay,
just keep it. I have many. Watch, I'll pull another one out of my thing over here. Oh, I know what we can do. You know what we haven't done?
Oh, we are going to do that at the end. Yeah. It's in my notes here. Just put it down.
Okay, I don't know where my other one went.
Do you need this back?
No.
My hair looks good without it. I did my hair today. If I only have one child at home, I can get dressed pretty easily. If I have 2 children at home, that's when I come over here looking like a ragamuffin.
It's all right. Kind of funny. She's like, iron. I'm going to do my makeup.
Well, if I get my makeup out, my daughter now wants to wear makeup. So I did put fake makeup on her today, but that's cute. She loves it. She says, lips, mommy, lips. She's 2. What are your plans this week? Before you start, let me just tell you.
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a 7-prong plan for the next 2 weeks. What are your plans?
That's insane.
No, I know.
My plan is to hear what your plans are.
Okay. Finish my model.
Okay.
Obviously. Finish my model. Once my model's over, then I'm going to start my 2025 plans. I already decided that when I finish Hawk Run Hollow, whether I finish it in June and July or whenever, the next month or 2 will be a catch-up month where I won't pick another BAP and I'll just catch up on stitches that I'm behind to alleviate the pressure of feeling like, oh, I'm already behind, so I should quit, because I don't want to do that. So as soon as my model's done, then I'm going to get out all the whips that are for my 2025 plans, like the ones I'm doing every month, and I'm going to start that in earnest. I've been doing the starts. I just haven't been doing the counting, the whips and the that stuff, because I wanted to finish Stitch for Pride 2024, and I have to finish this model. So that stuff. But as soon as the model's done, then the 2025 plans start. Okay. My new starts plans, though, have been going correctly. We're filming this on the 12th. The 13th is when my moon phase bell pull stitch along that's with me and Jen's fiber web, where we are both stitching moon phase bell pull on the full moon, inspired by all of the great full moon styles out there. But specifically, I was inspired by the Diddy Stitcher and Amy Graham from Instagram, because they are getting so much progress on theirs. It looks so good. That's by Tiny Modernist. on the 14th, which is my son's birthday, I'm going to do like a little start on JedXStitch's The Witch's Road. She just released it as a new pattern. It is free in her Ko-Fi. I did pay $5 because I was like, this pattern's too good. It's crazy that I clicked on it thinking it was going to be $12 and I was going to need it. And then it was free. I was like, I love a freebie. But this pattern has beads. I was like, and it was brand new. Like that day I was like, no, I have to pay something. I felt guilty. So I have the perfect fabric for it. And I probably am not going to use her exact DMCs because I want to do it for my son's birthday. But I just want to start on my son's birthday. But I don't want to go out and kit everything up. So if I can find one floss that I can start it from and do like 100 or 200 stitches on his birthday, great. If I can't, then I'll convert that one floss because I'm not kitting the whole thing up.
Yeah.
But my son and my daughter I'm obsessed with Agatha all along, and I was listening to the soundtrack so much that now my kids think it's normal music to listen to The Witch's Road. Now, The Witch's Road has many versions. There's the Sacred Chant version that they do in the show. They also had other versions, like the rock one they did in the show. And then the very first episode, they had a true crime version that they did as the like opening credits. So my son calls that one, the true crime version, down, down, down the road, down the winding road. And he calls the Sacred Chant version, down, down, down the road, down the Witch's Road. And we have to sing them both every day. I'm not allowed to sing Winding Road because I'm not allowed to sing the boy one.
Oh, that's the boy one.
But I must sing, and I'm not allowed to not sing the Sacred Chant version because it's the girl one. He's 5. He will be 5. So this will go next to, or like I'll have some wall of like with yellow submarine of all the whips that I started because things reminded me of my kids that then they later abandoned. That I have to keep stitching because I'm not done with the thing before. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I'm very excited about like the patterns. If he won't get it or care or anything, like he's getting his solar system. Later I'll stitch him something he likes for his birthday. But this is more like for me, like to remember this time in our lives. All right, so that's going to be Tuesday. Then on January 24th, my Whipco Jingle Ball Baubles Whipco, which I explained in our video where we drew with them. Elizabeth Savory is doing my board, but she replaced some of the projects with things she wanted to do instead. And a couple other people are doing that too. If you're doing Stitch the Baubles 25 with us, let me know. But we're going to start our Evergreen ornament because we both did that one. We're going to start that on the 24th, and I think I'll finish that. It's real small. Then on the 25th, I'm going to do the fox ornament that I also picked, but she picked something else. I like her idea of doing these starts for these ornaments on the 24th and the 25th of the month. Like, not like religiously, and if I have something planned, whatever. But that's very cute and sweet. It also gives me the first few weeks to like think about kitting them up and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then if they are so small that they're like basically start and finish is great. And if they're not, then it doesn't really matter because my goal is 500 stitches. So it's one day of stitching, maybe 2. So the 24th and 25th are like perfect for that. And then I will start my Stitch for Pride 2025 when the flosses get here.
I'll make it a gold to stitch.
Some days that's all. I have all these plans, and some days I'm like, okay, that's not happening. Can I get one stranded and just feel like I've made some kind of I've kept in touch. I haven't like let it go.
I know. Yeah.
I think that's a big deal.
Yeah. You have no idea how many times I picked something up and then I was like, no.
But I think it's like, okay, so I've been watching a lot of decluttering videos because I got it. The amount of clutter you get from having 2 children is crazy. I have my own clutter, yes, and my own stuff I have to organize, but that doesn't feel oppressive because it just feels like, oh, I have to go through my stuff. Organizing their stuff feels truly oppressive. Because you have to be making decisions for somebody else, somebody who can't always explain themselves. Anyway, so I've been watching a lot of decluttering videos. The minimalist mom is probably the person that I'm getting the most advice from if you're in that stage of life. But anyway, so they talk a lot about like just 5 minutes, like set a timer, do 5 minutes, and then at the end of it, if you want to keep going, you can, and if you don't, you can quit. And with stitching, I might be like, okay, well, I'll do 1 strand, and then I can quit or keep going. And some days you quit, and that's okay because that was the deal you made with yourself. True. Also, the minimalist mom is a cross stitcher.
Ooh.
Her daughter, she entered stuff at her county fair.
Ooh.
Her daughter just stitched something that looks like it could have been her stitching with the housewives, but my guess is it was actually a kit because I don't know if they're like, I don't know if your mom's a minimalist, if you're allowed to keep like a master set.
I don't know if minimalist means what you think it means.
No, she talks frequently about throwing away cross-stitch supplies.
But if it's not serving a purpose, you don't you don't get rid of stuff just because you don't want stuff around.
No. She talks a lot about like no, okay. This is where it goes from like, yes, minimalism, but she'll talk about like, how often do I have time to cross stitch? I don't cross stitch, so I can't keep the cross stitch around. And it's like, she would let me keep cross stitch supplies if I was doing like a declutter with her, because it's like, oh, you cross stitch every day. It's all over your walls. It's all you want to do in life. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. But she would look at my patterns and be like, well, how many can you stitch in your lifetime? And then she would be like, can you stitch 100 patterns? Let's keep 50.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Not wrong.
But it is funny because it's like, it's not a cross stitch channel at all, but for every once in a while the example to be cross stitch, but I don't think she's like, I don't know if she's, I bet she's kidded stuff up.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, you know, I don't know if she's done a memorabilia, but it is funny to be like, her one example of craft supplies is, am I stitching every day? I was like, yes, I'm stitching every day.
She's not judging you.
No, she's not. And these videos were from like 10 years. She has videos every day, but like, or every week, but like some of these videos are like 8 years old or whatever. Yeah. But it's like she's coming from these were made just for me. No, my craft room does need to be organized, but some of it is that I have a lot of patterns that need to be destashed. I'm not going to go donate them because I'm saving them from thrift stores to make sure they don't end up in landfills. So I want to destash them. And I would like to be like recouped for my expenses and time doing it. So those need to be in, but I did get a filing cabinet to put them in. From the filing cabinet I had at mom and dad's, but I got to clean that out of stuff I kept from college, including just like a pack of notebooks.
Did you see what Valerie texted this morning?
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell?
Our sister sent Allison her 3rd grade report card.
What the hell? You know, I was offended that I didn't make all straight A's. It was 3rd grade. How hard is 3rd grade?
The comments were really sweet, though. The comment said, here, I'll pull it up.
I got Beez in 3rd grade. Who does that?
Okay, this is Allison's 3rd grade report card.
Don't show the whole world my third
It said, Allison, midterm, February. It's February 17th, 95. Language arts, A. English, A. No, I won't do that to you. You got 1 B. And it was an 87.
It's still not fair.
And it said, there were like no real comments, but it said, Allison continues to be a hard worker.
That's code.
I don't think it's code. It's under her code. A for language arts.
I'm articulate. What can I say?
You only got 1 B. There are only 5 grades on here. And in science, you made 100.
Because I'm smart.
Okay. So, okay. So you're going to stitch every day.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all.
You didn't say
Yes, I said my goal for the next 2 weeks was to stitch.
Oh,
period.
You're going to stitch every day.
Period. Not every day.
Just to do something one day?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, parades. You haven't watched anything.
Nothing.
Allison's taking a full detox from life, pretty much. Okay, parades. I've been watching parades, but I've not watched as many. I have like a whole watch later playlist of parades. So the 4 that I watched in the last 2 weeks were Erin, the 2 Martini Stitcher. I watched her start parade. It was really good. By the time she starts, she's starting 100 things for her 50th birthday.
Oh my.
And a lot of them were things like I'm stitching or want to stitch or haven't stashed or whatever. So it was really cool for me to watch, but it was really good. Alara posted her whip parade. I watched her whip parade. I watched Will the Women Crafts whip parade, and I told her that I was like very behind. She's like, "Well, you can't be that behind if you're on mine." It's like, well, no, because you're the most recent one that was released. I'm going backwards. I have 2 weeks of stuff to watch. And then, Just Keep Stitching. This was really special. On New Year's Eve, they did a live whip parade on Instagram. I know their plan is probably to release it on YouTube, and it is available in there on Pam's Instagram account. But it was really nice to be live with people that night. I'd never done that before. So 2018, going into 2019, was the last like New Year's where I had fun. I was at a club. I was out till 2 a.m. I sprained my ankle. I got on a train to Istanbul the next day. Like I was living.
Mm-hmm.
The next New Year's Eve, I was heavily pregnant because my son was born 2 weeks later. And then after that, you're just a mom of little kids and the pandemic and everything. So it's been a really long time since I had done anything like super not like fun that was non-family. And so just to have something live pop up that I was interested in, and 500 to 600 people were also watching it at the same time. And when I commented something, other people that I knew would like my comment or reply because there were not. It actually meant a lot. Like it was really fun. Like as just like a mom who, I'm not interested in going to a club anymore with little kids. Like it's just New Year's Eve is not like it's stressful for me the way I experience having little kids New Year's Eve, it would be stressful for me to go out on New Year's Eve or really any night. We're just at another time of life I'll do it again, but we're not in that phase of life now. So it was really fun. And it was one of those things too where like I didn't really pay attention to that it was going to happen. And so it wasn't like I was looking forward to it or anything. It just happened. Then I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I don't know if there's any way really to replicate it unless they decide to always do New Year's Eve live whip parades, because I think an event wouldn't do that well because people would be like, well, I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to buy tickets to a cross-stitch event? Like, do I want to tell people that I'm going to, it was something about just being able to just show up completely unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
And then it ended before midnight here, but they actually did accidentally hit midnight their time because they didn't know how long it was going to take them. They'd never done a whip parade before. So, and it was like over 150 combined whips, I think. It was really fun. So I just want to thank them for doing that. That was like, for me, emotionally, like a really helpful thing. And I don't know if it can ever be replicated or if I even will be in a season where I need it to be replicated.
Yeah.
But it really was great that night. And you should definitely check out their whip parade. They have a lot. Okay. Stitchy Kindness. You have some and I have some, and they're from different people.
Mm-hmm. Mine are both from my family members.
Oh, cool.
And I dropped it, so. Okay, the first one from my mother.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
It's a whole bunch.
Why?
Why is this a Stitchy Kindness? I'll show you why it's a Stitchy Kindness. Because I spent, I think it was New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah, you did.
It was New Year's Eve. I spent New Year's Eve kidding up Snow White. And I did it all by myself. I did it.
That was just
with my whole bunch. And this is actually a Lindy Stitches cardboard box where my pattern came in. There's even a sticker somewhere. Multi-uses. So that's what I ended up doing New Year's Eve.
I love it.
It was great. All ready to go.
I did buy one of those hole punches at the thrift store because I realized I didn't have that size. So I have this size to make the bigger floss drop bottom. But if the tag I have doesn't have a hole at the top naturally, then I didn't have one. So I got one at the thrift store.
I think this was a joke because I lent her my 3-hole punch and she broke it. So then for Christmas she gave me this.
Okay, well, you guys. Okay, so Allison used to work with my mom. She just recently left, but they worked together at it. Allison recently left. Our mom still worked at this dental nonprofit, and they were going to give out these bags. And Mom thought Allison had this idea to put a ribbon on the bag, and so she felt like even though it was kind of cumbersome, time-consuming to do it, that she wanted to do it because it was Allison's vision. But then she found out it wasn't a vision of Allison's, and so she was then mad.
I thought it was really stupid, and my boss was being a complete for making us do that. And I didn't pass that information on to my mom when it was her job.
Literally, our mom put a hole punch and put ribbons on like 500 bags. I even helped. Jordan even helped.
My dad helped. Everybody helped the stupid idea.
This is cool.
This is from my sister. Not the sister. The other sister.
Not this sister.
Which is fun because this is the second year you guys have gotten me project bags.
I have never felt a little boat 88 bag. This is nice.
Isn't it nice?
It's like really thick.
It's really pretty.
So Jen from Jen's Fiberweb DM'd me that this bag existed and thought it'd be a good present for Allison, and I passed the information along. And within like 1 minute, Valerie had bought it and said, "Oh, sorry, Mom. Were you going to get that for her? Because I already bought it."
that pretty? Oh, it's like so perfect.
And in the Cinderella parade, Allison showed the real purse that she used as her first project bag when she was a monogamous stitcher. And it is this pattern? No.
Yeah, it doesn't have that great story of it told, but yeah.
Basically this on a pleather purse. Oh, look. That's so cute.
So, yay, thank you. I have wonderful sisters and mother. Everybody is very enabling.
Oh, where's your thread bed? I'll put it back. Oh, I was looking at it, and I totally forgot that I told her, because I told her so long ago, and then it got stuck in the Canada Post stuff, but she didn't need it for forever, so I don't remember when Jen even told me, but it was perfect.
It is perfect. I love it. I love it, love it. And yeah, it's Little Bow 88.
Beautiful. All right, I have
my Stitchy Kindness.
Oh, I had a whip I didn't show.
Oh, good.
I forgot about it. Okay, so I was starting the 12 Days of Christmas by Annie Beez Bookheart, one a day on the day of Christmas, and I got to number 4. But then I
oh wait, aren't we on day?
Yeah, we finished.
Okay, we're done.
So I got to day 4, and then I was like sick of doing like 100 stitches in these, and I was like, you know what? I have 4 started. I probably won't even get through them this year.
Yeah.
So next 12 Days of Christmas, I can do 5, 6, 7, 8, or whatever. See how far I am. If I have these all done, then I can keep going. But if these are not all finished by then I'll pick them up those on those days. And that lives in this Teresa Kogut fabric bag that Kat from Whittier Stitches made me. And then I stuck the our brother and his girlfriend, we've already talked about their amazing Christmas presents that they gave to us, but this was on the bag, was like this, and I think it's supposed to be a keychain or an ornament or something, but I was like,
but it's great bag tag.
I was like, oh, but that's clearly a project bag tag.
It is.
Like, yeah, I might switch which Christmas bag is actually on, like to one that matches the colors better, but I was just like, it's the last Christmas bag I still have out, so I'm just going on there. Okay, I did get some Stitchy Kindness. So a while ago, Katie the Peacock Stitcher sent Allison all her Aida and sent me all her linen because she decided she was just a Lugana stitcher and she didn't want to have it all cluttered up her house. And I sent her all the Lugana that I had at the time. And she accidentally ordered more linen. I don't know what happened. I don't remember in her note I don't remember why she ended up with the linen, but she had 2 more pieces of linen that she did not want.
Those are pretty.
That she had bought since then. One of them might have come in right after, and then one might have been recent. But anyway, this is 36 count opal linen spooky by Beez Me. Oh, this looks like an old Beez Me tag, so she probably just found this later.
So
maybe
pretty.
sitting in a bag, but it's very sparkly. This would look. I think these like Mirabilias would look so pretty on this.
Oh yeah.
And then
it's gorgeous.
This is 28 count Crystal Echo. But it's a half yard.
Wow, it's beautiful.
And you know what needs a half yard?
What?
Fairy Moon.
Oh.
And that would be really pretty on there.
That would be really nice, yeah.
So
you can't tell the opalescence. You can't tell in the.
It's
camera,
opalescent. It's very opalescent.
It's really sparkly.
And I think Fairy Moon would look really good on this.
Yeah, it looks great.
So I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'll end up doing something else on it. But thank you so much because obsessed with these.
Very pretty.
And part of why I started that on opal is like I haven't stitched on opal in like a year. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and start on this opal Aida. Get used to using it so that before I start a fancy lady like or something on one of these, because she gave me another couple of pieces of opalescent. So I haven't bought opalescent except for that one pack of Aida, but she has given me a few pieces, and I've been like afraid to use it, but I need to just use them. And then she said she also had the Mo Sale advent calendar, and that she had already had a color that looked basically like this, so she knew she wasn't going to use a hank.
Wow!
So it's this gorgeous,
really pretty
purple. And the Mo Sale hanks are 120 yards. So some of my hanks I've been using like as stash stuff, but even when you do that, you still have like 100 yards left where you could do like a whole.
You could do a long dog with it.
Yeah, like a whole long dog with it. So it's going in my silk stash for now until I decide what to do with it, but it's gorgeous.
Very pretty.
So Katie, thank you so much.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, too sweet. Like, and last time I at least had stuff to send her. This time I only really have I have one piece of Lugana that has some stitching on it that I'm going to save to do other things on it. And then I thrifted one piece of Lugana that I'll show you. So I don't have like a Lugana stash to send her. She didn't ask me to do that or anything, but like I don't have anything really to send her and reciprocate. I'll link her channel below, but she is more active on Facebook than she has been on YouTube right now. So definitely check her out on Instagram as well. It's the Peacock Stitcher. All right, haul. Did you have any haul?
No, I did not.
Okay, I had 2 things of haul. I already told you guys that I decided to pay $5 for the Witch's Road, even though it was a free pattern, because I just was like overwhelmed with like how perfect it was in my life at the exact moment I needed a Witch's Road pattern, and it was amazing. And I just couldn't let it be free to me. But you should go get it if you want it. And then I was at the thrift store filming a vlog for my thrifting channel, which is Stephanie Shops Secondhand. And I'd already cleaned this one thrift store out of their cross-stitch stuff that I wanted, and I thought their cross-stitch stuff was a little overpriced. Even this was a tiny bit overpriced. But I was looking for a microwave, and I was in the homeware section, and I was also looking for like bedding and things, and I didn't end up finding any of the things I needed, but I found this 18 by 18 cream 25 count Lugana in with the bath towels and other bathroom linens.
Okay.
I was like,
I didn't know what it was.
And so I was like, I have to take it, because if I just go stick it in the cross stitch bin, nobody else here, like, I just need to take this. Like, I'll find something to do with it. Like, at some point, it'll just be perfect. It was $3. New, a piece is a tiny bit, so this is 18 by 18, and it was $3. New, a piece that's 13 by 18 on 123 Stitch, and a very similar color from Swagart is $7.50. So it's not like I saved like $20. It's a little less than if I needed to buy new, but it mostly was just like, this needs to be saved. Also, this says over 110 years of quality needlework fabrics from West Germany and Switzerland. West Germany stopped being a country in 1990. Wow. German unification happened in late 1990.
Is there a date anywhere on here?
So let's say that it was in production when that was happening, and they didn't want to like change the labels or whatever. You would think 92 could be the latest it could be, right?
Wow.
And it could be older than me. So I was like,
that's crazy.
This deserves to have something stitched on it. So that is going to my stash. It's not very exciting, but it is.
That's historical.
Just like a historical artifact for you to enjoy. Okay. Ask us anything.
Okay.
If it's multiple questions, we'll put it back. Okay. Stephanie, where was the favorite place you lived or traveled to? Are there any dream trips planned after your kids are older? Allison, is there anywhere besides Oklahoma that you would live, and why? Thank you for the great Flosstube channel. Take care, Lotus. All right. Well, this isn't multiple like crosses. These are kind of like a theme. Okay.
Yeah.
So my favorite place that I've traveled to. Okay. My favorite city in the world has already been mentioned today. It is Istanbul. It is the best place on earth. Current politics notwithstanding, I've been there like 6 times. I mean, I used to live like a train ride, like a 90-minute plane ride away. But the first time I ever traveled abroad, I was 26, other than one day in Mexico with our family. I was 26.
I don't count that either.
And a trip was planned from a podcast I really liked about Roman history. Again, a topic I've already talked about today. This is very strange. Anyway, and it was like going to go to Rome, but then it was going to go to Istanbul. And if it hadn't gone to Istanbul, I wouldn't have bought it, because Rome didn't feel special enough to like do that trip, like, like just do it, like, and just decide like I'm going to do that, because you had to like pretty much be like one of the first people to sign up. And so, Istanbul is like the reason that I fell in love with travel. And dream trips planned after the kids are older. I've talked about this before too, but I would really like to do the full. No, okay. So I want to do the Camino de Santiago. I've done the last 100 kilometers. I would like to do one that is either the one that comes all the way from southern France. It takes 5 weeks if you're in shape, so I need 8 weeks. Or the full Camino de Portuguese, which is like 2 weeks if you go from Porto. Or like I want to do like, but really I want to do one that's like over a month. And the kids, if I bring the kids, they need to be like 12 and older to physically handle it. And that's if they're the kind of kids that even want to do it. Like I wouldn't make a kid do that, but if they wanted to do that, then it's still years away. Or I need to, if I'm ever in a situation where like they have camps or something that are gonna be like sleepaway camps or something, then I can do it. But otherwise, I'll do that when they graduate.
Very cool.
Allison, is there anywhere besides Oklahoma that you would live and why? You've lived in Kansas.
I've lived in Kansas
a couple times.
I think I would need a purpose before I'm not. I don't think I would just pick a state and just be like, I'm gonna be from California now. No, but if I had like a job or something to go to,
Yeah,
then I would. I would move.
I could see if Jared had a job that was like on the road 24/7 all the time, go place to place, you would be happy living out of a bag and doing
Yeah.
that.
We had a tiny house, but it wasn't a mobile tiny house. It was a stationary tiny house. So maybe getting a mobile tiny house would be fun.
I've always thought I could see you like living at the beach in Texas.
Maybe.
Somewhere where you could take your dogs.
Yeah. I don't know. I would need a purpose. I don't care where I am as long as there's something going on.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have thought about this a lot because I moved back so that my kids could be with my family, and I wouldn't take that away from them. But if something happened and I had no family here anymore, I think I would be living in like Santa Fe within 72 hours.
Santa Fe?
I love Santa Fe.
Why?
I love Santa Fe. I love Colorado. I love the Mountain West in general. I like Utah, but I think Utah isn't a great cultural fit, even though I think it's really cool and fun. I love to vacation there. But yeah, I would be in Santa Fe or Albuquerque, like stat. I just love it. Like if something happened, like if mom and dad passed away, but the thing is that I can't really imagine a scenario where because I wouldn't take the kids away from the family system here, so it wouldn't happen. But like, if nobody was here anymore and the kids were like off doing their own thing and they didn't want me to follow them, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm moving somewhere. I'd just go be like a little Georgia O'Keeffe wannabe in New Mexico. All right. December Stitches giveaway. So last 2 weeks ago, we gave away a copy of the PDF version of Red Bobble Cat, which Allison has stitched. It's sponsored by December Stitches. The pattern's by them, but they asked us if we wanted to give something away of theirs. I should have given it away before Christmas, so it's not on me, but you have all year to get ready for your tree for next year. And I didn't draw a winner yet, so I'm just going to insert the winner here. Yay! Please, actually, no. I am having a really hard time with my Instagram messages, like keeping on top of them, and they're very hard to find. I need to give you guys my email address, even though I don't love giving out my email. So I'm going to list an email here. I don't know what is it. I'm going to make an email. I have an email for the channel, but it doesn't go to my... Anyway, other people have reached out to me lately, and like I haven't gotten the email. So I need to make a better email system for the channel. So I'm going to list that. This will force me to do that. I'm going to list that here. If I owe you anything in the past from a giveaway and I never sent it to you, and you want to remind me here, because I cannot get like Instagram messages. As soon as I tag the like 20 people we mention every week, then I can't find any of my old stuff. So I'll keep saying that for a little while until everything that I have in my like to send out bag is sent out. But email this, and I might go back and try to re-tag people. But okay, so congratulations. And then also, I'm not going to do another giveaway this week because I need to get caught up on the old giveaways and get a better system for dealing with everything, because I'm failing at that. So no giveaway this week. We will get back to it when I can responsibly handle it, which I cannot right now. All right. If you made it to this point in the video, please leave a pink hair bow emoji for this pink scrunchy Allison so kindly covered in dental teeth that dental teeth covered in teeth that Allison so kindly gave to me in the middle of this Flosstube episode after I made fun of her for it.
And it looks good.
And it looks amazing. Now I don't know what it looks. I can't actually see the pink, so I don't know if that would. Good. But from the front, it looks great.
Yeah.
If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Look for our most expensive patterns video next week. I'm so excited about it. Some of the videos have been coming out on Tuesdays instead of Mondays. That's because I messed up something that was making my files really large and they just weren't exporting in time. I think it's fixed. So we should be back to like Monday, Thursday. But if I don't post that we are missing a video, then that just means that it's taking forever to upload. And sometimes I mention that, and sometimes I don't. Thursday, look for a explainer, Flosstube University, on Allison's take on pre-gridded versus gridded fabric. Should you grid it yourself or should you buy pre-gridded? And thanks so much.